What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I go by G.LorelleMakeup. You could call me Gabby, Gabrielle. Either one is fine. So in today's video, we are doing a full face of makeup that we forgot about. So there are a lot of products, as you guys have been seeing. If you haven't, check out my YouTube shorts. I have been decluttering everything from eyeshadows to foundations, concealers, primers, setting sprays, you name it. I've been decluttering, and now I've started on a few of the lip products. But yes, going through all of my makeup, seeing foundations that maybe just came out about a year or two ago, and I'm like, I have not used that foundation since I filmed a review for it. So this is definitely just a full face of makeup that's already in my collection. Makeup we forgot about. Some of this stuff you guys might have as well in your collection. Disclaimer, my lashes are probably not on correctly. I feel like it's been about over 3 months since I put on a lash. So bear with me in this video. Also, before we jump into the video, you guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into today's makeup look of products we forgot about. Alright, you guys, before we jump into the makeup review, I wanted to come on here just to say thank you. I started YouTube 3 years ago. In May, it will be 4 years. And yesterday, I was kind of going down memory lane, looking at a lot of my older videos, looking at a lot of the older comments, and to know that I started out recording on my cell phone. I did not have nothing special about a camera or anything like that. I had my cell phone and my vanity light, and that is what I was rocking with. And so I'm just grateful. Just had a moment yesterday of kind of like self-reflecting. And I always tell you guys, like, those of you that talk to me on a regular, comment on a regular, I always say y'all are my friends, and I mean it sincerely. It warms my heart to see a lot of you return and come back and comment, and we're chatting, and it truly is a great feeling for me. I've always shared with you guys, I've never come on here and said, oh, I'm this good at eyeshadow, or I'm, you know, my base routine. I'm still learning, just like a lot of you are, and there are days where I feel like my makeup look is not perfect. I'm like, girl, that lash was hanging on by a thread, just like probably right now. But I love those of you that just respect my authenticness, my genuineness, and I feel like you could see that and feel that even through watching a video. You could tell when someone is truly being authentic. And so I appreciate those of you that have stuck around. I've seen negative comments, I've seen my subscribers fluctuate, but I am truly grateful for those of you that have stuck it out with me, that have stayed down with me, that are excited even, you know, when I post a video. I'm grateful for that, and I don't take it for granted. I am, you know, again, just having a moment of reflecting, and I feel like I started my YouTube channel based off of me needing some type of outlet, me needing some type of therapeutic moment for myself. I am a woman that has 3 boys and a husband. I am cooking, I am cleaning, I am wiping off toilets all day. Like, I feel like life can be so overwhelming, and not even just for me, but for some of you. And so this was an outlet for me, and to see where I started and where I am now, I am nowhere near where I want to be. I'm not on anybody's PR list. I purchased all of this makeup on my own, and that's okay. But I feel like also for me, I'm helping you as well, because I feel like even just me being a consumer, even me being influenced sometimes by others, it's like you see all these makeup products. Everybody is releasing products left and right, and everybody is like, oh, I'm obsessed with this. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And then when I buy it, I'm like, girl, it looks dull. It doesn't, it's not giving. It's not doing anything for me. And so that was another reason why as well. I'm like, we need some honesty back in the beauty community. So for me, if that means nobody wants to send me PR because I'm not going to lie to you, then that is 100% okay with me. I will continue to buy. I will continue to see what is worth my money. But I just want to be honest with everybody, because everybody deserves that. Like, I don't want to sell you a dream. when it comes to makeup. So I again just appreciate you guys. I hope that you can see the genuineness through me, and I am being my true authentic self. This is who I am. I'm a little bit more crazy off the camera, but you know, now I'm just playing. But thank you guys again so very much. I will stop rambling here. I just wanted to come on here and say that. So let's go ahead and get into this eye look though, y'all. All right, you guys, starting off with the Culture palette from Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place launched the Culture and then a Culture 2 palette. I do have both. But the first shade that I'm going in with is Taraba. And I can't remember, I think it was, what is her name? Tamara Renee. So she kind of packs that color on the lid like this and then go over top with her transition shade. And I thought that that was so easy, especially for someone like me who is not perfect with eyeshadow. So I'm gonna pack this, and then I'm gonna go into, first I was gonna go into this darker shade, which is Nebel, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but then I realized, I'm like, no, I need a different transition shade and a smaller brush. So I decided to take the shade Talking Drums, which I will point out to you guys and show you. It's like a nice brownish nude transition shade. So I'm going to take that first in the crease, and then I'm going to take a smaller compact brush and take that dark green on the outer corner, and that is pretty much going to be the eye look. Now, I've mentioned to you guys before, I do have hooded lids, so I'm not gonna, you know, I don't have a lot of lid space to really work with. As you can see when I close my eyes, that, you know, the shadow kind of hides a little bit. So but yes, I feel like even with us with hooded lids, we can still create a nice eyeshadow look. Just gotta kind of play around with the colors with different brushes. But this was so fun pulling out this palette. I have not used this palette. I probably used this palette once or twice. I'll give it maybe 3 times. But it's like, girl, you have to start using those bigger palettes that you have, playing with different shades. It's okay to play with color. But you guys, I also want to kind of throw in there, I'm going to put on the screen my camera setup. When I tell you that I have one light in my camera, I purchased this camera, I want to say within the same year that I started YouTube. And this is really one of the cheapest cameras. I don't even know how to play with the settings, y'all. I feel so weird. Like, I don't mind sharing how old I am, but what I'm about to say is really going to show my age. I used to work for Radio Shack. And if you remember, if you know, you know. And so being in my teens working at Radio Shack, I used to think like I was so tech savvy. I knew what I was doing. Girl, when I tell you I know nothing now when it comes to technology, I feel so old, and I'm not old. These are the primers we're using today. The NYX Plump Right Back and One Size Secure the Blur, I believe it is. So these are 2 primers I have not reached for or used in a really long time. And it's definitely refreshing to go through those drawers, y'all, and pull out those oldie but goodies. I used to really love the NYX Plump Right Back. And even though I felt like it didn't do much, some primers I feel like it really doesn't do much, but it was still a nice primer nonetheless. But yes, you guys, I don't know how to play with the settings or anything. And like I said, the camera that I use is the cheapest of cheap. And I feel like it still gets the job done. It is the Canon Canon EOS M200. So I don't even know if it's still available anymore. But yes, you guys. And then I use one ring light that I got from Amazon, and that is it. That is my camera setup. And so I think that, you know, like I said, just reflecting on how far I've come with my makeup and all of that stuff is so crazy to me, because I feel like I don't have this crazy camera setup. I don't have all the lights. This one light, I already be hot. I can't do any more than this. So I feel like it doesn't take much to start and set up. If you were looking into starting YouTube, if you were looking into, you know, I want to do this, but I don't even know how to get started. I don't know what to use. girl, if you don't use that cell phone and maybe buy a ring light, I'm telling you, it will work just fine. If you guys do hear any extra noise in my background, it is because I do have my fan on. Um, this fan it looks like a regular box fan, but it is huge. And I have it on the lowest setting and you can still hear it. So that's how powerful this fan is. But the sun is literally beaming on my bedroom window. I've always said, like, my room is the hottest room in the house because the sun comes up on my side and is there all day. So yes, I do apologize for that. But the bronzer is in the shade dark. I do have the shade medium. For some reason, medium looks a little bit lighter with the Soul Body Cream bronzer. It's crazy to me that dark works for tan skin tones. Typically, you would think dark is obviously supposed to be for deeper skin tones, but they do have, I want to say, 2 more shades after this shade in this Soul Body collection, so that's something good to know. I was going to use the Makeup by Mario cream blush. I decided to go in with Juvia's Place Marigold, and the reason is I have always said I personally feel like with green and blue, of course naturally, orange eyeshadow, brown, all of that, I just feel like in this case with green, a more peachy orange blush goes better with green eyeshadow. Of course, when you do like your pinks and your purples, then you can play around with those color blushes. But I just feel like this is what works best. I'm so glad that I had a sponge on hand, which I usually don't. I always forget to go wet my sponge and have it ready. But I was so glad I was prepared today because I feel like that definitely helped to diffuse that blush. It's so crazy to me how with the blush, I literally placed it on the back of my hand and it was still too much. So now I'm going in with the concealers. I will have the shade names listed on the screen for you guys, but my I was just sitting here thinking, like, I've really been spring cleaning. Like, it's been so therapeutic from, oh my goodness, you guys, you've seen majority of like the makeup that I've gotten rid of. A lot of stuff I did go ahead and give to my mother because if it was like foundations or concealers that I know were expired, I did not pass those down. I just threw those away. All of those Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes that I showed on my YouTube shorts, my mother took majority all of them except for, I want to say, 4 of them. But she even was like, I feel like I could, just because I'm in my 60s, I can do a nice pop of color. It doesn't have to be too much. And I'm like, you're right, girl. Go ahead. So she took some eyeshadow palettes from me, and I did have like backups of like lip glosses and stuff that I had not opened yet. I gave them to her because it's like I have so many glosses and lipsticks that are already open. The fact that I went and bought backups is crazy to me. And that just goes to show how wasteful I have been. So I'm definitely trying to watch that and be more aware going forward. I also don't want to continue to get to the point where it's like I'm buying makeup just to do it for a video, and then I know that I'll never use it again. And that's honestly how I felt about like the Huda Beauty Ube powder. It's a beautiful color, but it's like, realistically, are you gonna use it? And then the last palette from Huda Beauty, I think like the icy one or something like that, I did not purchase that. And I had that in my cart for so long, but I'm like, are you going to use it after the video? And honestly, I say no, because every other large eyeshadow palette that Huda Beauty has come out with, I have, and they are all sitting in a drawer. And because I know that we will never be able to get them again, I'm having a hard time decluttering them. And so it's like I'm holding on to stuff for nostalgic reasons, but it's like if I were to purchase her last eyeshadow palette, that would have been so wasteful. The bronzer is the Trio by One Size in the shade medium. I do have tan, but I like to use tan more in the summertime. But yes, a beautiful bronzer trio. I feel like One Size is to me, One Size is kind of slept on. This is Pomelo Peach by Haus. This is one of their original blushes. I still have all of my larger original Haus blushes, and I just wish that they would have kept those. There were some shades in their original launch that they did not come back out with. Who remembers Artist Couture highlighter though? Like, oh my goodness, Artist Couture was a moment. It was a moment. And this is another highlighter that I cannot see myself getting rid of. I'm just being very honest. So this is the look, y'all. I'm going to set down with Charlotte Tilbury. I have not used Charlotte Tilbury setting spray in a really long time. So honestly, I feel like I might go take my kids and get some lunch when they get out of school and when I get off work. Well, by that time, it'll almost be dinner. But I feel like I'm going to go do that. I'm not getting out of the car, though, y'all, because I did not set my face down with any, like, mattifying sprays. So I just feel like the makeup is definitely not 100% locked in and secured. So, but nonetheless, it's beautiful. So I'm just taking those same green shadows that I placed on the top, kind of running them on the lower lash line, and then popping that shimmer in the inner corner. And the final step for me is lower lash mascara. And then we can go ahead and get into the lip combo, you guys. So I really want to count and tell you guys exactly how many lip liners I have and that are open. It's ridiculous, like, y'all, it is ridiculous. So these are the 3 options I picked out for today. So first I'm going to go in with Foxy Brown by Charlotte Tilbury. I forgot to pull my sharpener out, and I don't know, it was just kind of like, it was weird. I don't know what was going on with this lip pencil. I think it just needed a good sharpen, but it really didn't do it for me. I wanted to go a little bit darker, so I went in with Colored Rain Decadent. You guys, if you've never purchased anything from Colored Rain, it was a black owned makeup brand, and my goodness, it is no longer, they are no longer, and that hurted my heart to see that. Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW for the lipstick, and then MAC lip glass in see-through. That is the lip combo for today. But this lip pencil with Color Rain and all of the Color Rain brushes that I purchased, I will forever hold on to and keep those, because you cannot get their products anymore. But I'm just going to kind of clean up and go back over with that lip liner, clean up with the brush, and this concludes the makeup look, you guys. All right, you guys, this concludes today's makeup look. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. It has definitely been a while since I have put on lashes. So if they are falling off, y'all, I'm sorry. I honestly, I have one lash glue that was still good. I honestly just threw away like 6 tubes of lash glue because I haven't been using them, and typically lash glue expires within 6 months. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to try to use those. But the lashes are not perfect, but this was definitely a trust the process makeup look. I feel like all of my looks are trust the process. So I think everything looks good. Everything came together. I really do love the eye look more. And this just made me excited bringing back out my larger eyeshadow palettes. I am definitely here for it. So This will be something that I will kind of start doing a little bit more. This again helps me dabble into a lot of my products that I have not used in a really long time. There's probably some stuff that I have that is like oldies but goodies that you guys probably forgot about that you had. So I think this just kind of helps us get into that habit of using some things that we've already been holding on to. But this was definitely fun for me. When I tell y'all it is 72 degrees here in Illinois, I think 72, it's 73. When I tell you I'm about to take this long sleeve shirt off because it is hot, you guys. That was another reason why I wanted to do a voiceover for the video, because I had to have that fan blasting and I got to get it back on right now. But yes, you guys, let me know again what you think in the comments down below, especially of the products. If I can remember, I always forget to update that description box, but if I remember, I would definitely leave all the details for all of the products that I use in today's video. I hope you all stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.